Are you exhausting yourself trying to fight your thoughts during meditation? When I began meditating, I was convinced that it was about making my thoughts disappear. My number one tactic for quieting my mental noise and completely changing my approach to life and meditation was to change my relationship with my thoughts. And now, I'll tell you how you can stop battling your own mind. And this is not just a fancy New Age concept. People speak about self-love or about acceptance. How you deal with your thoughts has implications for anxiety, the need for control, and repetitive thinking. And we are not only talking about a small matter. This affects not only how you treat your thoughts, but also how you treat yourself and others. How you think about yourself, how you think about your friends and family, how you think about everything. I'll show you how you can get beyond your thinking and find clarity and calmness in very simple steps. This knowledge will stay with you for your whole life. I remind myself of it at least once a day, especially when I meditate and find myself getting too entangled in thoughts before, during, or after meditation. It's just very easy to apply. So before we start, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Christian. I've become a Zen-Buddhist Dharma Teacher, but now I mostly practice on my own. I'm also a certified energy healer, and I help others find their own path with a direct, everyday approach to spirituality. Why does it seem so challenging to attain a silent mind in our meditation with thoughts constantly pulling us away? And why do we think we need to fight our thoughts in order to achieve clarity of mind? Every meditator is aware of this struggle. We sit down to meditate and almost immediately get flooded with thoughts, all kinds of thoughts. Thoughts that make us anxious, such as the fear of making mistakes or the anxiety of the future. We start dwelling on past regrets, things we did or didn't do, that we should or shouldn't have done, or we have all kinds of thoughts, habitual thinking throughout the day, what we've already done, what we still need to do, the weather, and so on. Maybe as experienced meditators, we start thinking about controlling our thoughts. We want to make our meditation perfect, just stillness. We believe we need to silence our minds to perceive reality clearly, attain enlightenment, and finally realize our true self. And as a result, we believe we need to get rid of our thinking. And the irony is that when we become aware of our thinking, something that's easily noticed during meditation since we are sitting still and doing nothing, it's like using a microscope to observe our thoughts. But then, we try to use more thoughts to stop our current thoughts. In all the spiritual books we have read, we are told that we need to silence our mind, let go of our thoughts, and become empty. Now, we are using these new ideas to battle our existing ideas. And then we wonder why we can't keep a silent and still mind. Sometimes it feels even worse than going through the day unconsciously, because it's like there's a war raging in our minds. We have split our consciousness in two parts, and now they're fighting each other. One part keeps producing thoughts about the past and the future, while the other part is trying to let go of these thoughts. So we keep trying to repress our thoughts with other thoughts. Thoughts that say, this or that thought should not be there. We act very violently toward the thoughts that keep appearing in our minds, clinging to the idea of finally defeating them. And we end up frustrated with our meditation, with ourselves, feeling worse than before, because we just can't win this battle. Wouldn't it be nice to finally win this battle and reach the place of stillness and clarity we've been seeking all along? Good news, there is a way. There's a way to win the battle inside your mind. Maybe you can already sense it, and if you do, you might notice your ego feeling very afraid of it. The solution is that we need to lose the battle. Yes, you heard me right. We need to be completely defeated and lose this battle in our minds. Because trying to fight our thoughts simply doesn't work. So why would it work if we just keep repeating it? That's why a different strategy is necessary. Since battling our own thoughts implies ego involvement in our meditation, we need to shift our strategy to one that is more accepting. If we try to fight our thoughts and our ego, which is basically a collection of various thoughts and feelings, we are still acting from our ego. We are even increasing the strength of our ego, since we are putting energy into a part of us that thinks it's necessary to fight something in order to attain something else. Therefore, we have to lose. We need to be defeated. I know it sounds crazy, and no ego ever wants to hear this, let alone do it. But if we want to break out from the cycle of thinking, from the cycle of fighting against our own thoughts and ourselves, it can only be done in this way. Being defeated means not getting involved in the fight anymore. Being defeated means accepting everything as it is. Being defeated means offering no resistance to what arises within us. Only when our egos, our tendency to control, are utterly defeated can we see reality as it is. We're not struggling anymore, not trying to impose one thing over another. We're in utter acceptance of what is. And only in this state of mind can there be silence, clarity, and calmness. Only in this state can the possibility of awakening to our true nature really arise. There was never a single person who attained enlightenment by fighting against their ego or their thoughts. Maybe you are the first one, but I don't think that will happen. So how do we let go of the battle inside of our minds? How can we stop fighting our thoughts? We stop fighting against our own thoughts by simply observing them. In observation, there is neither judgment nor attachment. There is nothing that would oppose any of our thoughts. We simply let each thought pass through our awareness and look at it. A famous Zen master named Shunryu Suzuki once said, "In meditation, leave your front door and your back door open. Let thoughts come and let thoughts go. Just don't serve them tea." So instead of attaching to the thoughts and ideas we're having, we simply let them pass through us, through our awareness. We don't attach to them, we don't confirm them, but we also don't negate them. We simply look at them. And it's quite easy if you avoid this common mistake. This mistake will prevent you from observing your thoughts and pull you back into the battle within your minds again. So don't try to get rid of your thoughts that want to battle other thoughts. This is really important. When you observe your thinking, do not judge thoughts based on good or bad. Simply allow any thought to pass through your awareness, no matter what the thought points to. If you witness a violent thought, a thought that wants to battle your other thoughts, or a thought that complains about something, do not attempt to stop it. If you try to stop it, you are back in the battle. Even if you try not to stop it, you are also back in the battle. Many people hear about this and now they try to suppress their thoughts that want to suppress other thoughts. This is a very common mistake. Our ego basically uses everything to continue the battle within our minds. That's why we need to accept any thought that's appearing. Any thought will always be for or against something. So we don't try to pay attention to what the thought is pointing to. We just observe it. Whatever thought follows another is also allowed to happen. Whatever thought comes up, just observe it. If you find yourself drawn into a thought and you become aware of it, you might judge yourself for doing so. Now simply allow the judgment to happen. Our ego constantly seeks a thought to attach to, regardless of its content. It always tries to cling to one particular point of view and remain with it. So it will also use the method I'm describing right now in order to assert itself. But that's not a problem. The ego simply wants to stay in business. That's its function. So don't even attempt to fight against it. So that's it. Remember, not to try to fight your ego or your thoughts. Just observe whatever happens. It's actually quite easy and it will change your life dramatically. Now, like the video, save it, share it, and don't forget to click the link in the bio to subscribe to my free newsletter. Your friend of the way. Bye.